They have to keep Ukraine going. They have to try and turn Trump into a villain against his own people. That's their plan. That's everything they're doing right now. Everything they do, every tweet from an AI bot or from some Canadian getting paid $15 an hour on Twitter, everything they're doing, everything, every stupid meme, every bad take from the mainstream press, every literal garbage talking point or article that you see on Bloomberg or the Wall Street Journal or the Financial Times, unsourced rumors about this X, Y, and Z. All of it is nonsense. All of this, Trump loves the Jews more than he loves America. No, Trump likes Israel and probably has some favors to work off. But Trump likes Israel. There's a difference. He doesn't like Bibi Netanyahu. He doesn't like City of London, because those are the people that fucked him. Those are the people that undermined his first term in office. Those are the people who tried to put him in jail. Those are the people who tried to kill him. Those are the people who debanked his wife and his son. Okay? Mm-hmm. And he has all the goods on them. And the proof of that is Pam Bondi impaneling a grand jury for indictment in the Southern District of Florida for ObamaGate. Put it all together. If this was just Trump like playing footsie with the deep state, like all these fucking second grade libertarians running around on Twitter think it is, chuckling and collapsitarian, these morons, they would be right if James Comey's daughter was going to be the prosecutor and it was impaneled in fucking DC. But it's not. There's a reason why he first floated a Floridian, Matt Gaetz, as AG to find out just how staunch the opposition would be to him being AG. And then when they shot that down, because, they shot it down, they blew their wad, a bunch of people outed themselves. He then gave him Pam Bondi, and there's nothing they could do with Pam Bondi other than say yes. And there's an argument to be made that they think they owned Pam Bondi. Because she's got, some shady stuff she's got some stuff in her past that can be used, that can create guilt by association narratives, which they've thrown out there.
It's incredible.
But
absolutely wild.
Bondi turns around after all of this time, and Gabbard throws this stuff out into the world as DNI. And within a week, we're getting indictments in the Southern District of Florida. Why? Because these people went to Donald Trump's house in Mar-a-Lago, raided his home, looking for the evidence that he took with him about ObamaGate. They knew he had it. They thought he was dumb enough to keep it at home. It's the only reason why you can make the argument that they could impanel this grand jury in Florida. If they were going after the Russiagate or ObamaGate documents, if that's the point, if that was the point of the FBI raid, if that can be made in any way, then they can move jurisdiction to Florida. Once you move the thing to Florida, it's outside of the purview of DC, where you would never be able to get a fair trial or a fair grand jury assessment or anything else. The process can go in Florida. Why? Because Trump controls the courts in Florida. So what's the counter narrative? Trump's a dictator and he's like persecuting his political opponents. And can't we just let bygones be bygones? No, we can't just let bygones be bygones. You put us in cages for 2 years, you people. You tried to destroy the man. Or just, let's be bygones, be bygones. Yeah, how about no? And how about when we're done, you'll be lucky you can find your ass with a map in both hands? No, this is going off in Florida. This is telling you that that's what they went after. Meaning they knew they were guilty. They knew he had the goods. And then he goes out and then he has like Kash Patel and, Ratcliffe and others go out there. Oh yeah, we found it in a burn bag in the back, in the bathroom and on the third floor of the CIA. I'm like, Yeah, I believe that. Like I believe, like I believe anything that ever came out of James Carville's mouth. Okay, what is today? A day that ends in a Y? Like it's like did an Irishman drink today? Yeah, it's a day that ended in a Y. Did James Carville lie? Yeah, it's a day that ends in a Y. Were they trying to find the ObamaGate stuff in Mar-a-Lago? Yeah, it's a day that ends in the Y. Evil. And that's what's going on here. They're all trying to cover their friggin' tracks. And notice how no one's saying anything. Notice how Obama made one statement. James Comey said one, or Clapper said one thing. Brennan said one thing. Hillary said one thing. And they're all lawyering. And they're all shut up for the last 2 weeks. Because Gabbard was smart and drip and started dripping the shit out for them to perjure themselves even further to ensure that they're all cooked. This was after she went and met with von der Leyen and met with the British and told them how badly they're fucked. Which is why Trump was able to summon them to Scotland and do his bidding. No. None of this is all over. The war is already fought. It's mostly over, but what do you think they're going to do next? False flag in Ukraine, of course. They got to get Trump to go to war with Putin.
So this meeting, what do you think it comes out of this meeting with Trump and Putin? I mean, what is that discussed? Is that kind of like what? And I guess the other question too is
for public consumption. I don't think very much. Nothing they're going to discuss is going to be for public consumption. Yeah, the meeting itself is the historic event.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Putin is willing to come to Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Not to any country that has signed a treaty with the International Criminal Court, which neither Russia nor the United States are signatories to anymore. So the arrest warrant against Putin is null and void. Against that. Now, somebody pointed out to me the other day, it was like, it'd be really interesting to see what airspaces they each fly in. Like for Putin, it's easy. He flies over Russian airspace, avoiding Europe, right? Directly to, like Russia, the United, Alaska, and Kamchatka are, separated by 25 freaking miles or whatever. It's nothing. It's still a long flight from Putin from Moscow, but that's not important. For Trump, on the other hand, does Trump fly over Canada? I wouldn't. If I were Trump, I'd fly out and up the coast. I would avoid Canada like the plague. Not that I expect Canada to shoot down Air Force One.
Right.
But I would let Mark Carney know, I don't trust you. I'm flying around your whole country until I take it over. And that's not meant as in any way as an offense to Canadians. I know that probably sounds bad, but I love Canada. I want you free. Mm-hmm. But as long as Mark Carney is prime minister and the Davosians are in control and they're importing 40,000 Indian a month, I got news for you. You're not a real country anymore. You're conquered. You're being replaced. It's, worked in fits and starts. It's over. All those people need to go home. Or they're going to get put in a hole. And it's not going to be it's just going to be by Americans finally just saying, you know what? That's enough. And there's going to be violence. Mm-hmm. And then all the purple hairs in Gainesville locking themselves in fucking cages, protesting alligator Alcatraz. Well, like, oh, see, Trump's a dictator. Shut up. Smack. Let's just smack these old boomers in the mouth. Like, seriously, what the hell's wrong with you? The world, this is not the age of Aquarius, folks. Like, it's over. It's the return to power politics. It has to happen in order for the world to right itself. You just don't want to take it too far. But the people you don't listen to about whether Trump is going too far or not are the people who hate everything that he does. You have to listen to the people who are on his side who are going, dude, that's far enough. And he hasn't gone nearly far enough yet. He hasn't even started to do what needs to be done. And if he's got a fault at this point, is that he's tread a little too lightly on certain issues. And so, we've got a big deal to deal with and getting rid of a lot of people from this country. It's just that simple. But you do that by taking away their money, their ability to make money off of it, and then you start rolling people up from the street level all the way to the top, while at the same time letting everybody know damn well we're going after Obama. Obama's the friggin' prize. We're going to destroy him because he needs to be destroyed. Obama needs to be destroyed as a symbol, as a metaphor. Just like Davos and company have been trying to destroy the old kings of Europe, are trying to destroy the concept of an actual people-run government where the people are sovereign over the government. Metaphor, which is what the United States is. Why they hate us so much. They hate us more than they hate the Russians, by the way. Never forget that. They created Canada to ensure that we always had a hostile neighbor on our northern border.
If you like that clip, then you definitely got to check out this next spicy clip. I think you're really going to like it. Come on, check it out. But if you want the full version, the full interview, then check that out over here. Come on, do it. I'll see you in there.